to animate. Don't worry, because I'm here to show you. Also voice reveal, I guess. First of all, you want to draw your OC in whatever drawing app you use that has layers. It needs to have layers so you can separate the parts into different layers and save it as a transparent PNG for later. By the way, this is not my OC, and the app that I am using is Ibis X. I'll speed this part up because it's very long. Pro tip is that the more parts you separate, the more you'll be able to move and the animation will look smoother in the end. So try to keep that in mind. However, I made this character not have many details so the video wouldn't be crazy long. Drawing is finished, then click on a layer, the 3 dots, and press save as transparent PNG. Save all the layers like this and make sure you don't miss one. Now onto Alight Motion. Click on the plus sign to make a new project. You can change the settings however you want. Higher the resolution, the higher the quality, and the higher the frame rates, the smoother the animation will be. You can play around with this. Press create from scratch when you're ready. Onto media and then add the photos you saved for the drawing. I grouped it to zoom it in a bit, you don't have to. Time to set the pivot point. Just go on move and transform and double click until the coordinates are gone, and then move the pivot point. It's basically a rotation point. Do not skip this part. Rotate the layers to make sure it looks good with a pivot point. If not, then change the pivot point again. Name the layers, it helps to keep them in order so you know which layer you're going to be working with later, and so you don't get confused when you animate. For the parenting, you select a layer which is going to be the child layer and parent it to the layer which is going to be the parent layer. You basically click the child layer and then click another layer which you want to be the parent. For example, the hair will be the child of the head. When you click the body, it should move as a single image. Changing the length of the layers to make the video longer. You don't need to do this if you don't want to. Now, to animate, you click on a layer, go to the rotation, add a keyframe from a point to point, and rotate however much you want. You need to have a plan in your head before animating, so it doesn't look stupid. Or you should also add graphs in between the keyframes. You can search up good graphs on the internet, they'll come up. I will link good graph videos in the description, you can check them out later if you want. Something I do to make the animation smoother is make the graphs smaller or slower, so for the child layer, so the animation can look smoother. For example, I usually do this on the hair or hands. I don't just use the rotation tool to animate, and sometimes I will use the skew option to animate as well. I feel like it makes it more lively and better to look at, for me at least. Usually when you skew, this is a warning by the way, you need to move some of the body parts closer to it towards the end, because it can look like it's dislocating off. Important to also play around with the graphs and the keyframes. Don't just copy what I'm doing and try to do something yourself by experimenting. The tutorial is for the basics and not exactly what to animate. This is how I like to animate, but these are mostly the basics of it. You can change up it into your style by adding different things, and you don't need to copy exactly what I'm doing. You could fit your style with using different graphs, or maybe a change in the keyframe placement, art style change, or many more things. You don't need to make it look exactly like mine. Never forget the pivot points, they're the most important things. I'm sorry, since I know I'm not the best at explaining, but I hope you could all understand the point I was trying to get to, and I hope this video helps. Anyways, have a good day. We're coming to the end of the video. I hope you have a nice day, a nice night, or whatever, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.